Hi, good evening, and welcome to the Super Patch Unlocking Human Potential presentation. So I'm Stuart Holcroft, as you could probably see from the screen there, and I'm going to be talking you through these super patches today, and also giving you an opportunity to look at the super business opportunity as well. And as the slide says on there, unlocking human potential through unrivaled technology, and you'll find out more about this in the course of this presentation here today. Um, Of course, first slide I click on doesn't come through quickly enough. A chap called Jay Dallywell is the inventor and the founder of the Super Patch company. And he started this journey many, many years ago. And what he said recently was he's here to build something generational that will transform the world. Anything else is a waste of time. So if you're interested in taking part in transforming the world, then you're in exactly the right place. Jay has put these slides together to explain something to you about these patches, how they work, and what the opportunity there is for people as well. Disruptive technology has always changed the world, and it always will. When you think about disruptive technology, what have we got? Aircraft. That disrupted the driving industry. Nuclear power, nuclear weapons, that disrupted a lot of warfare. We talk about Apple computers, they disrupted the Microsoft system. And before that, Microsoft itself was a disruptive technology, changing the way we communicate. Just think about the smartphone. Just think about the way that's changed our world, and it will continue to evolve. So disruptive technology is very much the way ahead in terms of changing the way the world operates. But also, when you solve the biggest problems in the world, it kind of creates the biggest opportunity. So when we have a look through the slides later, you'll see what the opportunities actually are. So we have really big global wellness problems. And as you may be able to see on the slide here, if you take the one thing alone, poor sleep in the middle, in the purple, 6 billion people are estimated worldwide to have problems with sleep. Look at stress, 2.4 billion people. Calorie control, 2 billion people. Cognitive decline and concentration, 3 billion people. Now, just to give you an idea of the number of people here, if you take Wembley Football Stadium, which has a capacity of about 880,000 people, if you filled that stadium with new people every single day, it would take 100 years to see through 3 billion people. Quite a lot of people, I think you'll agree. We've got things like unclean beauty. So some of the beauty products we see on the market these days have got all sorts of things inside of them. We've got people with poor mobility, 2 billion people around the world. So it's a widespread problem that we're looking to help people with. And what we have in terms of fixing these problems is we've got drugs, chemicals, over-the-counter products, surgery, exercise, caffeine to make you stay awake for longer, diet change therapy, supplements, things that you put inside your body that you're not really sure what they do, lifestyle change, and other kinds of products. But they all come with some sort of hidden risks as well. So some of those are safety, contraindications, especially with medication. So if you take one medication, it normally has an adverse effect on something else, it makes you feel sick. So you have more medications for that one, and so it continues through. People are resistant towards lifestyle change, and there is regulatory compliance with lots of things, and it's hard to use sometimes. Sometimes people can overdosage on things, unproven product efficacy, and all sorts of things we've got to deal with. So that's the kind of the environment in which we're currently living. And what do people really want? If you were to say to them, we've got these things that can help out, 100% drug-free, requires no diet change, non-invasive, no contraindications. They're low cost, quick and effective. They're tested, side effect free, easy to use, and safe to use of people of all ages and genders. So what we need is a brand new approach to our wellness and sporting performance requirements. So it's time for a breakthrough. And as Arthur C. Clarke, a famous fictional is a writer of fiction, has quite eloquently said, unlike me, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Can you imagine 40 years ago saying to somebody, I'm going to give you something as small as this in your hand, and you're going to be able to watch videos, you're going to be able to order things, you're going to be able to pay, you're going to have your pay paid into the bank, and you're going to be able to transfer it, whatever else, to this little device. They would say, if you showed me that, that would be magic. But it's reality. So what we've got now is a situation where these super patches are kind of mimicking magic, because they are 100% drug-free. They've got fast and proven benefits. We can prove within a few seconds that these patches will work for you. We've got over 100 million happy customers, pushing on to 2 million already. FDA registered, that's the highest we could get because it's a non-invasive grade 1 medical product. So it can't be any higher than that, but it means that the FDA can come and check out what we're doing. Great trial results. They're all made in the USA and they come with a 30-day money back guarantee, and it's a 95% overall product user rating. So what is Superpatch? I know you can't read this, but I'll read the words out to you. So Superpatch is a suite of all natural, non-invasive and 100% drug-free performance and wellness solutions for everybody. Did I mention it's drug-free? Our press-on patches with their customized tactile impressions activate and balance your body's own neural response mechanisms for pain relief, deeper sleep, greater athletic performance, movement, and more. And don't worry, I'll break that down in a short while as well. So the Superpatch company has been working for over 15 years to create a patch that can send signals directly to your brain and optimize the neural programs that control health and well-being. And the technology is called VTT, Vibrotactile Trigger Technology. In terms of the way that our brain works, so I'm a psychologist. I've studied this for years and years in terms of the mind-body connection. And psychologists throughout the ages have been looking into how much the brain coordinates with the body and vice versa. So our central nervous system, the CNS, is the part in the brain that controls pretty much everything, and therefore it controls the subordinate elements, as you can see on the right-hand side in the triangle. Central nervous system controls the biochemistry, which is the small part of the blood and how it all works separately. Biology is the organs, and the biophysics is how those organs form systems. So our brain and central nervous system control every physical, biological, emotional, and psychological function in our body, and our nervous system affects everything. So a better nervous system means a better everything. When you look into the brain, as I have had the occasion to do so, if your neurology is not working properly, it's suboptimal, shall we say, you get aches and pains, you get poor mobility and balance, you get poor sleep, high stress, poor stamina, lack of concentration, poor mood, poor metabolism, low energy, low performance, and perhaps poor skin quality as well. On the flip side of that, you might have all of those, you might have some of them, you might think that this one thing affects another, and that can happen as well. On the flip side, when your neurology is working optimally, you'll have an optimal neurofunction, increased performance levels, less or no pain, improved mobility and balance, better concentration, better metabolism, better athletic performance, better sleep, more energy, less stress, and clearer skin. That's if your brain is working optimally. And when we think about connecting the mind and body together, I sometimes use a metaphor of your body is an ocean-going ship, and your brain is the captain of your ship, and your brain is telling the body what to do. The pattern theory of haptic perception states that skin sensations are encoded into signals, resulting in the designated perceived sensation. What? In other words, our sense of touch and perception can send complex neurological signals, messages, that can be decoded by the brain. And our skin can send really complex messages to the brain. The brain naturally understands those messages and responds to them. So if the right messages, the signal, could be sent through the skin to the mind, we could help people achieve optimal neurofunction and thus optimal wellness. Some more wordy slides, and we'll try to get away from those in the near future. So every bodily function has a neural program, including breathing, walking, balance, pain management, stress, sleep, immune response, and others. And these neural programs sometimes get damaged or stuck for a million reasons. And you know that people are fixated on front brain activity or back brain activity, which lead to other negative things. And they lead to poor health, wellness, and performance. So effectively, the pattern, as you can see on the small plastic screen on the left-hand side there, the patterns and ridges on the patches trigger receptors and ion channels in the skin to generate signals or messages that flow to the mind and help repair the neural programs, allowing our bodies and mind to operate at their highest levels. It's called VTT, and it's like Braille for the brain. So the same mechanism that allows the blind to read with their fingers allows the skin to send messages to the brain. And how do we use it? It's quite as simple as you take a pack of these patches, you open the packet, you take a patch out, move off the protective film from the back, and you stick it onto a various part of your body, as I'm ably demonstrating here. And not only are they dermatologically and clinically tested and approved, they are drug-free, gluten-free, paraben-free or paraben, never sure how to pronounce that word, latex-free, hyperallergenic, non-GMO and certified safe for skin. And we also do, the company have conducted a lot of research into these patches and how they work. So we've looked into, as you can see from the top slide here, pain, coming down into balance and stability, coming down into sleep. And there's another study done recently which talks about stress and anxiety as well. So we know these patches work. We know they work instantly, and we also have the research studies to show that they work over a longer period of time. Now, quite interestingly, in 1939, two eminent scientists who later won Nobel Prizes for the eventual development of the MRI scanner produced a paper whilst at Columbia University. So 85 years ago, leading scientists at the time were showing that our bodies and cells were constantly receiving and transmitting signals. Fast forward a few years to 2021, the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine was awarded to Dr. David Julius and Ardem Patapoutian for their discoveries of transducers in the skin. And they worked out that these ion receivers in the skin, or ion transfer systems in the skin, were able to transduce a signal and transmit heat, temperature and pressure through to the brain. Quite an astounding thing. And Jay Dhaliwal met with these guys in about 2010, 2011, and he was working with them on their research, or not working with them, but find out about their research as well. We also have a supervisory or advisory board of various doctors. So Dr. Mark Saka, Anna Toker, Mark Boff, Alex Schauss, Mike Clark, and Dr. Marty Miller. And Dr. Marty Miller is the Vice President of Research and Training, Education, pardon me. Dr. Anna Toker is a colorectal specialist surgeon, and they all use these with their various patients or people they work with. What are these super patches? Well, we have 12 different super patches currently. So they are from left to right, top to bottom. Freedom patch, which helps with pain. Victory patch, which helps with sporting performance. The Liberty patch helps with general well-being, balance and coordination. The Ignite patch has, I can testify, it's helped me to lose 5% of body weight in the last 2 months, but it helps to increase the resting metabolic rate, which could be useful for you as you're heading towards party season at Christmas time. The Joy patch helps with hope and happiness. The Peace patch helps with anxiety, as we've said before, with stress levels as well. The Lumi patch helps with skin coordination, helps to get a healthy glow on your skin. Defend helps to optimize your natural health. Focus is for concentration and focus, as it says. And the Rocket patch is for male health and vitality. Kick It patch is for habits. So if you've got some things you don't want to do anymore, this might help to switch your brain off from those things. And the REM patch, Rapid Eye Movement, as it stands for, REM, is for sleep. So with the sleep patch, it's the only one you wear just before you go to sleep, take up in the morning. The rest of them are a 24-hour patch. And hot off the press, there's a new patch on its way. So there's a thing called the Boost patch, which is all about energy. So it's energy like never before, hopefully launching in November 2024. I say hopefully, it will be, because Jay is absolutely a man of his word. So how big is this market? So we've talked about various problems that people have. It's a $500 billion opportunity worldwide. So when you think about 6 billion people needing better sleep, just concentrate on one patch. The REM patch alone would help 6 billion people. Cleaner beauty, the Lumi patch, 2 billion people for the Lumi patch. Pain relief, 1.6 billion people. Calorie control, 2 billion people, and the list goes on and on and on. So you can see there that there's lots of opportunity worldwide. We're in currently in North America, just heading down into South America, heading across Europe, 37 countries currently, and it's a great opportunity to get on board with. Peter Thiel, who's he? He was the chief exec of PayPal, and his great comment is competition is for losers. And the Super Patch company is not like any other MLM. MLM standing for multi-level marketing, network marketing, direct sales, call it what you will. But this is a completely different model in terms of the way that business is concluded or conducted. There are 8 major market advantages to these super patches. So the technology is globally protected, intellectual property and technology. Basically, there's lots of proprietary information held by Jay, and there are some patents out there as well to protect the technology, but nobody can copy it. Nobody else has it. It's not sold by any other methodology. So we have the monopoly, if you'll pardon the expression, of this technology. Solutions and products for maximum market opportunity. As you've seen, there are 12 different patches, soon to be 13, maybe more on the way. So each of those patches has a different market segment. So we've got multiple opportunities to basically encourage people to try these patches and get the results they want. In terms of the products work. We know this. We conduct balance, coordination, stability, strenght of finger grip, and all sorts of things, tests, which show within a few seconds that this technology works for pretty much everybody. I'm not sure I can say 100%, but we have also the proven clinical studies and thousands of testimonials from happy and delighted customers. And the products that work fast. So again, it's almost instant results, life-changing and mind-blowing demonstration, as I said to you about the balance and coordination. Sometimes we can get people that are a bit unsteady. They've got not very much stability back and forward, or they've got a poor grip strength. You put a patch onto them, whichever patch it is. So this is the Victory patch, which I find works for me. The Liberty patch is similar in terms of its effectiveness. So we put them onto them, and then suddenly they become rock solid. They become more stable. They have a grip like Thor would have in his heyday. And there's no need to wait weeks and months for the results. In terms of regulatory and clinical compliance, we have FDA registered some of the patches, because we cannot get any higher than that. It's non-invasive. There's no chemicals, no magnets. There's no lethal dosage. So in terms of the clinical compliance, we're very high on that. Also with the patches, there is no change required. As we sometimes say, just patch and go. Just stick your patch on, whatever the patch you're wanting to achieve, and it's very easy to use and consumable. It's also a perfect price for consumers. So it's not going to cost you thousands of pounds per year or per month. It's very affordable to wear these patches. So we've looked into how to make these patches available to everybody. So the price point is low enough to make it affordable for most people. And uniquely to Super Patch Company, there is a brand new cooperative marketing program available. You may see some health and wellness products that are sold on supermarket shelves. None of the proceeds from that goes to the people that are part of the company. But they are just sold separately. So the people selling them directly don't make profit. So what we do is we invest in the marketing campaign, and we gain the revenue coming back a month or two later from that program. So that is pretty unique to the Super Patch company. So launching your Super Patch business. If you're very interested in launching a business and having something that's 100% drug-free, safe to use, and ecologically fair to everybody, and it's sustainable in terms of its business, then you have the option to buy some kits. So the Momentum and Champion kits are the right choices for those that want to build and earn fast. And with these 2 kits, there are massive profit margins, enough products, giving you enough products to sell and sample. And you can also lead by example to new team members, because you've got the spare packs. You can give them to them, exchange them, whatever else. My question to you is, where else do you get a chance to work in a $500 billion market with a company and product that has over $25 million in R&D, research and development, and is a proven market winner in just 18 months for less than £2,000? Pretty unique. So the 2 kits we have on display here is the Momentum kit on the left, which is just over £2,000, including VAT, by the way. We don't charge the VAT. And the Champion kit is £875 plus the VAT, of course, on top of that. So with no further ado, first 60 days, there are various different strategies available to help you to recoup your investment straight away within the first 60 days. And people will teach you how to go about learning about the way to do it, how to earn quickly, and get your business going in a very quick way. So, to conclude, what I would invite everybody in this call to do is, if you haven't done it already, try some of these patches. I can tell you for a fact that the Lumi patch I thought was one that I would not use. But I went to a meeting last Friday, walked into the room, and somebody was there straight away, and she looked at me and said, "Oh my God, your skin is glowing." And I said, "Yeah, thanks very much. I'm feeling really good about it." And she said, "I want to know more about them." So she bought them straight away. And I talked a bit about the patches, and she said straight away, "I want to sell these. I can make an absolute killing out selling these." I said, "Well, wait. You've got to find out they work for you first. So try that first, and then we'll go for it." So thank you very much for watching the formal presentation. I shall now stop sharing, and I shall allow anybody that wants to tell us a personal story about their experience with the patches to share their story. Switching to gallery view when I can see who's here. So who would like to share their story about the super patches? Noeline, thank you.
Hey, Stuart, that was fantastic. Thank you so much. Loved the slides. I'll share mine, but I've got quite a few actually from people that have met through this and our customers now. But my main one would be I have allergies and I've had so many allergies. And this year, when I started to use the patches, I was kind of skeptical. But I've just had an amazing summer. No sneezing, no itchy eyes, nothing like that at all. And it's just, to me, it's just life changing. It's incredible because as long as I can remember, I've really suffered with these allergies through the sort of spring and summertime. Dreadful.
Yeah, brilliant. It's amazing. So I like you have for years and years suffered with all sorts of runny nose, tightness of the chest, wheezy breathing, and things like this. And I can tell you that for the last 3 years, I've been wearing this blue patch, and its predecessor. I've had a glorious summertime, being able to get out in the sun and get suntanned, as well as not having to struggle for breathing as well. So it's amazing for that. And also another benefit I discovered, which you may have got as well, is that I can now dust and move house dust around the place without turning into a blithering mess as well. So in terms of the responses to those things, and cats and dogs and horses, I'm living the life of a normal person.
I know it really is incredible. It's just life changing for me.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
haven't tried them all, but the ones I have, I just love them.
yeah. Thank you very much for sharing. Anybody else like to share their story, or that of somebody else they've shared it with? Shiv, thank you.
Hi, Stuart.
Hi, Shiv.
Well, I've been using these patches for about 4 months now. And amazing enough, I've been working as a pharmacist for the past 40 odd years, perhaps more. And I've always believed in drugs. And, when I came across these patches, a bit skeptical about them, but thought I'd try them. And, as you get older, your stability and, confidence about walking and everything else, becomes a bit suspect. And I realized that, I was not comfortable about walking on pavements which were uneven all over London. So I tried the Liberty Patch regularly. And suddenly, after a few days, I found I was walking better, I was walking longer. And rather than looking down on the pavements, I was sort of walking, looking straight and, not confident enough to be able to stabilize myself if I, sort of bumped into some sort of pavements where I could possibly fall. So, it gave me a lot of confidence in stability. That obviously also, because of all the standing that I've done in pharmacies over the years, my legs were just absolutely horrendously painful almost every day. And wearing the Freedom Patch and the Liberty Patch together, they've actually, completely changed my life. And, I've been able to function properly now. And I can go up and down the stairs. I don't have to keep on thinking, do I really have to go up? If I have to go up, I go up. So, they've been really transformational in my daily life. So I could never do without them.
My big question to you, Shiv, is when you go up the stairs, do you remember what you've gone up there for?
Well, fortunately, I have still got the senility. So perhaps before I lose that, Jay will find a patch for that too.
Fantastic. Yeah, it's really quite strange, and I have I get quite from an injury I had years ago. The back of my foot, the Achilles, is normally quite sore, and also my heels when I'm playing sport and things can sometimes get a bit sore as well. But I find that when I'm wearing this patch, the Victory patch and or Liberty patch, I kind of know it's painful, but it doesn't feel painful, if that makes sense. So I'm aware it's there, but I don't feel the pain, which is for me very relieving as well. So
Stuart, I don't think anyone shared one particular experience, which I've certainly experienced. Ever since I was about, when I got to about 55, 60, I had a constriction of the urethra because I've got enlarged prostate and I had to have catheterization. And because simply couldn't pass urine one day, and it was horrendous. And ever since that, I've had all sorts of issues with regarding getting up in the middle of the night, going to go and empty my bladder about 3 or 4 times a night. And ever since I've been wearing the Liberty patch, for some strange reason, the functionality of the kidneys has changed. I don't get up at night. I mean, when I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning after about 5, 6 hours sleep, I don't have to rush to the toilet anymore.
brilliant.
And when I actually go to the toilet, I actually feel I've emptied my bladder. And something, it's an amazing impact. Before I could always be sitting on that toilet, straining, trying to empty the bladder, and I wouldn't empty it. Now I don't have an issue. It's an amazing testimony, that one, because it's just impacted my life greatly.
And how do you feel in the morning after the difference in quality of existence in the
Well,
morning?
I feel I don't have to go and go to the toilet to empty my bladder 3 times in the morning. It just happened one time, and that's it. I'm done.
Fantastic.
And something, most men over 55, 60 will start having an enlarged prostate problem. And Liberty Patch, which improves the functionality of the organs, as it's done in me, I mean, it's a personal testimonial. I hope that it will impact everyone else the same way, because a lot of people don't talk about this problem. And I think everyone over 50, 55 has a certain degree of that problem,
Yeah.
particularly men.
Again,
Not so much in women, but men do.
So to back you up on that, Shiv, I also have no regular toilet requirements in the middle of the night, and I'm 58 years old, so I'm definitely in that category of it should be happening to me. I've not had it whatsoever, so it's maybe it's a coincidence, or maybe it just works. Who knows? Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so is everybody else desperately keen to share their story? So what I'd like to do is invite any guests that are on the call today to ask any questions that they may have. I know it's a very daunting thing to come and ask a question, so feel no pressure.
Hey, Stuart.
Hey, Paul Austin. Don't ask me
Hey,
a detailed question, please, Paul Austin, because you know too much.
No, I just got to throw this in. An ironic thing happened. I had a person reached out to me. She knew about the socks way, way long ago, and her husband and them bought a pair. They're both doctors. I had no idea who she was. Online, she's an avatar, blah, blah, blah. So I wasn't sure. So anyway, they bought the product. I had no idea they were sort of doctors until she said, Paul, can you call me? So I said, oh, geez, okay, now I know who this is. So I saw someone else signed up as an associate, but they had as a practitioner. So I get on the phone, I find out it's them. So they sign up the husband to do the practitioner underneath them. But the bottom line here is she said, listen, Paul, I would never call you. She's an OB-GYN. I can't, I'm brutal at figuring how do you say that. And anyways, she said, I had this pain in my leg and it's a heaviness and there's a condition, whatever it's called. I can't exact. Anyway, she's had it for probably 20 years. She's 60. She said she put the Freedom patch on, lights out, like her everything was gone. She just can't understand it. She believes it, she understands it though, but it's just, it's one of those things. So anyway, now she's just like, wow, this is going to be very easy for me to share this with people, to say, hey, because they already trust me as it is. And she just yeah, wants to take it to the next level, to just make sure people, know about it. So that's what we have here. She said, if this did not work, Paul, I mean, I would have given it time. I wouldn't even have contacted you. So when a doctor says that, and her husband's a doctor, we're not just blowing away just normal individuals every day. It's actually the medical community is understanding what we really have here. So
Brilliant. Thank you for that. And if only we could get more doctors to actually try these patches rather than just poo-pooing straight away without a second thought about it. Oh, it can't work. It's not in my training program. Well, it's not been out that long. It's not had the 30 years to get into your medical training program. So we need to just get them on your body and see what happens. Thank you very much.
Hunter, thanks, buddy.
Okay. I just got a question on there. Hi, do we have in the UK another kit available to get? Apologies, I'm not able to talk. Been feeding my baby. Fairly good. Isabel, good reason not to come on. Right, start the MLM aspect to it. Thank you very much. So yes, there are 4 kits available in the UK, and the details of which are on the shop. So whoever brought you to the presentation today, go and have a look at their shop, or if they've given you a code, then do that as well, and have a look at the different packs available to you there. But do speak to somebody else about what the best way is to do it for you and how it will best fit in with your lifestyle. The packs basically have different bonuses available with them. Again, speak through in detail with the person who introduced you. But if you're struggling with that, then head office is available to ask the questions directly as well. So thank you very much.
Stuart, sorry, Stuart. Dana had a question there. She had her hand up.
Oh, pardon me. Didn't see that.
Hi.
Hi, Dana.
Yeah, hi, Stuart. I just heard today about the product and I was just intrigued. I'm from the Czech Republic and I wanted to ask, I work with female cycles. So I suppose you personally do not have any expertise with like painful menstruation or PMS symptoms, but from your clients, customers, do you know anything about that? How it helps?
Yeah, we have had some great testimonials about people with issues to do with hot flashes, not being able to sleep at night with pain in the head and things. And the vast majority of people are talking about Liberty patches in terms of it will just regulate the whole system. So when you think about optimizing the neuronal system, if your brain is as calm as it can be, effectively, it's not quite the right word, but if it could be just calmed down and optimized across the whole brain, hence the brain in the picture here, then it helps the brain to regularize. So it helps to calm down the thermometer control system and other aspects as well. So it's as we always say, Dana, give them a try. You've got the backing of 100% money back guarantee within 30 days. If it doesn't work for you, then you get your money back. If it does work for you, then fantastic. But we certainly have lots of testimonial stories about people with that issue. And if you need to, we can get you in touch with an expert, as in someone that's been through that, and they can tell you about the benefits they've achieved themselves directly. Thank you for your question.
Stuart, can I add to that? What happens in menopausal women is the imbalances of the hormones that happens and the normality of the functions of the various organs is disrupted. We're not going to replace the hormones with the patches because we are drug-free. What we're going to do is we're going to try and restore the normality of all the body functions. And if you actually tackle most of the body functions which have gone into an abnormal mode to the VTT system, which is the vibrotactile technology, you actually got to try and normalize everything. And there's stress, and there's obviously, there's people want to scratch someone's eyes out and everything else. So you could use the peace patch, which will actually calm you down as well. Liberty patch, which will restore the organ functionality and hopefully create an equilibrium in the body, which will make you feel normal. So, directly it won't sort of replace the hormones that are not being produced by your body because you're going through a menopausal system. But the other systems which will come into balance might impact on the moods and help you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm working still with women who menstruate, so they have like painful periods, but it's usually the cause is stress. Yeah, high levels of cortisol. So
Peace
what
patch
you
and
suggest?
Liberty patch. Yeah,
Yes,
peace and the
yes.
Liberty patch would be one that would actually help them.
Brilliant. Thanks for adding to that, Shiv. That was very useful indeed. So thank you very much for joining us on the call today. If you have any questions, then please reach out to the person that introduced you to this call. And of course, a lot of information is on the Superpatch website. And again, you should be able to find a link to that from the person that's introduced you to this call as well. So again, thank you very much for taking part. Thank you very much for those that gave their testimonials. In particular, when you've got a personal story like Shiv had, it's very gratefully received. So thank you very much and good night.